So they weren't kidding when they said it rains a lot here. Like I was like, oh yeah, it's England, you know, it rains. It rains every day, multiple times a day. And sometimes it's like, oh, it's sunny, and then it's like it's raining, and then it's sunny, and then it just rains. So I bought a raincoat, and that was a good investment. And also, every time I say I'm from Chicago, they're like, oh, it's the Windy City. It must be very windy. And I was like, and I have to figure out how to explain to them that it's not because of the wind, it's because of the politics. And they look at me and they're like, there's no wind. And I was like, oh, there's wind. It's just, you know, hot-headed politicians and not as much weather. So I've had, you know, maybe 3 people ask me that, and I think it's really funny because, you know, you don't think about it, because, if you're from Chicago, you're like, oh yeah, it's the Windy City, like, whatever. But one lady was like, yeah, I almost didn't visit because I thought it was so windy, and I hope now she decides to go to Chicago because it's not so bad. So that was pretty funny. And then I went to Cambridge this past weekend, and it was really cool. It also rained, but it stopped long enough for us to like walk around and, you know, have a good time. You know, I felt like we had old things in, you know, the States. We have like, what, 200 and some years of history. They're like, you know, this building was from the 1300s, or this building was from the 1500s. And then I saw something that said like 1899. I was like, oh, new building. So it was really cool to see the history. And I think we're trying to plan a trip to London, of course, and then maybe Scotland. And we really want to go to Rome. Like, I've actually met a lot of international students, and it's really nice because we all travel places. So we went on a Visit UK tour, which I highly recommend. It's very nice. For only like £10, they took you on a big bus to the place and back from the place. And I was like, okay, this is wonderful. Didn't have to do anything. We just, you know, had to pay for tours or like other tours. There was a cool museum. Saw some like armor, lots of pottery, and lots of really cool architecture. It was really nice to see. And also, funny British thing of the week, me and my friend who speaks Spanish, we were trying to buy plaster for her like art project because she's like a jewelry student. So like, oh yeah, maybe we'll find it in like the hardware section. So we couldn't find it, and we asked somebody like, hey, you know, do you have, you know, plaster? And they're like, oh yeah, it's by the medicine. And I'm like, by the medicine? You know, okay. So we walk and go by the medicine, and we're like looking, like there's no plaster here. And my friend, she picks up Band-Aids, and they call Band-Aids plasters. And we're like, that's not what we want. And so we asked somebody else, and we're like, hey, you know, we want plaster for art. And he's like, oh yeah, it's by the medicine. We're like, no. So I had to like try to describe plaster in a different way, and I was like, it's like cement. And he's like, oh no, we don't have that here. So we were out of luck. But I learned that Band-Aids are plasters. I guess if you ask for a Band-Aid, they won't have any idea. So if I cut my finger or something, plasters. So that was it. We don't have anything tentatively planned yet, but I've met a couple international students though. I think we've met 2 people from Finland, people from Hungary, Spain, Sweden, and obviously from the UK. And it's cool because sometimes we just sit around and talk about how things are in our countries, and it really makes you think when you try to explain certain American things that seem like normal to us, to somebody else that doesn't live there. It's cool. Or everybody knows Netflix, and everybody knows Snapchat, and it's like things that tie us together. So we have each other's WhatsApp and group chat, and it's fun. It's weird because we're like 4, 5, 6 different countries, and we all speak the same language on different levels. But it's just fun. It's cool. We go out places, we travel places, and it's nice to have a bunch of people that want to do touristy things with you. So, well, look at the pictures I uploaded. Lots of architectural photos, cloudy, but it was still nice. And hopefully I will keep uploading more pictures. I didn't upload from any from Birmingham yet because I feel like that's going to be like a really giant album, and I kind of want to upload like place by place. So when I visit London, there's going to be a London album and like Italy album. So we will see. So yeah, I did not get into trouble this week. I bought a bus pass, and it has my horrible passport photo, and I don't know where I put it. If I had it, I would show you next time, so I can't get in trouble on the bus anymore. They didn't give me my money back, but it's okay. It's my slap on the wrist for being a silly American. Oh, and my friend scratched the wrong date on purpose for her friend and covered it up and showed the bus person, like, the wrong date. She got away with it. Of course. And it was so blatantly scratched. She used it on purpose for 2 days. But now Jen gets in trouble. She did it on accident. Next time I'll do it on purpose and they won't even care, but my bus rant is over. Like,